Pardon, could you direct me to the area where the guacs can be found?
Welcome to Image Unscripted, the official NAACP Image Awards podcast hosted by me, Jemele Hill. Image Unscripted features candid conversations with its brightest Black voices, discussing pivotal life moments, giving them their flowers, and how they are advancing the community. Today, we've got Kalen Allen, TV personality and creator whose infectious humor and unapologetic joy took him from social media stardom to television, reminding us of the power of authenticity everywhere he shows up. Joining him on the couch is author, comedian, and creator Kevin Fredericks, also known as KevOnStage, whose journey has helped redefine what success looks like in the digital age. Last but not least, we've got Scott Evans, television personality and host of the YouTube show Houseguest, where he literally invites guests into his home for laid-back conversations. Now, I'm excited to get into their journeys and how each of them creates and connects online. Well, thank you guys for joining me here on Image Unscripted. Kev, Scott, Kalen, you all, when it comes to content creation, you are at the top of your game. And as a result of that, Scott, I feel like we would be remiss if we didn't start by congratulating you on your NAACP nominations for your wonderful show. That's right, Houseguest. Yes, you. Yes, you.
Yes.
You have
Future's bright. Future's so bright.
So
You gotta
bright.
shield his eyes.
You know what I'm saying?
Which we have both been able to be guests on.
Yes, I was gonna say that is the beauty of this synergy here. Is like both of you have been a guest on Houseguest. Outstanding host and a talk or news information category, and also outstanding talk series. Now you are up against some heavyweights.
Yeah, people
right?
that like I've idolized in this
Tamron
industry.
Hall,
Yeah.
Don Lemon, like all these big names, and The View, like all these big shows. So
The View.
The View.
Period.
Yeah. Yes. So
Just end it there.
you can end it there.
Like game-changing daytime talk show.
Correct. Jennifer Hudson. So how does it feel? Because it seems like your show has really been able to stand alone and sort of create a new lane that we haven't seen before in the talk format.
First, I want to say thank you, and I love you. It is so incredible to be, you know, the statement you always get is that it's so incredible to be nominated, but it really does feel like I went to sleep after the Golden Globes on Monday morning. After the Golden Globes, and was like, whoo, that was a really good time, right? And then woke up to the most incredible news of 2 nominations for an NAACP Image Award. And I just, when it comes to like game changing or carving a path and that kind of thing, I just want to do a good job. Right? Like I didn't set out to shift the industry. I didn't set out to raise awareness of what we are capable of, to remind people of what we are capable of or who we are or how big of an impact we can make when we bet on ourselves. I didn't do any of that. I was just trying to practice taking Jimmy Fallon's job. That's all I was trying to do. I'ma just keep it 100. That's all I was trying to do. And I called my good friend, Kev, and I said, man, will you please come do this first show with me so that I can, I felt like Kev deserved a real late night experience. You know, I wanted to be able to provide that for our guests and for people that
Is that why you cook for him? I mean, you cook for
a
lot of people on there.
Absolutely.
Okay.
I mean, I made burgers.
I saw it. I was
fire.
like, they were fire?
Every time you get to eat those, Amber Riley was at one the last time, at the Christmas one. She was like, Kev, I'm an extra just because I wanted dinner. We had lamb chops. I said, lamb chop. The food is exquisite. I mean, you know I eat. I'm 270. I go and eat at a place. I'm going to sit down and you bring me all the courses. Over to Scott and them house?
He didn't cook for me.
Well, you gotta
mess for me.
No, you gotta.
That's why I'm like, what are you talking
that
about?
little cornbread he made.
The whole time I'm like, Kev, not too much on
What
the
you
food.
did for Kalen?
So
he cooked me mess.
No,
because he wanted me to react to it.
Right.
No,
He done played in your face.
hilarious.
Get him over here and cook him like you did for me.
Yeah, he
And give him
ordered
some
food.
real stuff. Order food.
No, hold on a second. I made the cornbread. I had to improvise with some of the ingredients. Was out of stuff.
I didn't eat it.
What was it? Relish?
I ran out of green pepper, so I used relish.
Okay, Scott.
Listen.
You're not being for real.
Yeah, no, you want a moist cornbread. That's neither here nor there.
Right. Don't be out here misleading the people. Just misinformation, ladies and gentlemen. You put relish in your cornbread and somebody is going to knock you out. So don't do that.
I'm going to just tell you right now, I ain't never made cornbread quite like that before. Okay? But
And fed it to me.
I didn't know. We didn't eat it. We just looked at it real tough because when it came out, it looked like that pumpkin pie.
Then we ate blood souls.
Yes.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
what we had.
Now blood souls all right.
It's delicious.
Blood souls
It's
all right.
delicious.
Blood
If you're going to
souls
order
are
something, it's going to be good.
They got the hot wing ribs.
No.
What?
They
I ain't
got
never had that.
Hot wing rib tips. ain't nobody done that.
I've not had the hot one.
They
And I
got
love blood
rib
souls.
tips at Blood Souls that they prepare them like hot wings, like buffalo wings. They dip them in that sauce. That's like their thing.
So
Somebody said-
buffalo ribs.
Like buffalo ribs.
Okay.
Now you're really going to have people confused.
Maybe it's the Blood
Yeah.
Souls in the Valley because I get them ordered to my house much more often than you should order ribs. But they be good.
See?
Yeah, they be good.
And so it's been a pleasure to do this kind of work. I really was trying to practice in semi-private, right?
Yeah.
To get my hours up, to rehearse what it feels like to open a show, to close a show, to move a show
So
from
Kamala
one block.
Harris was just a practice interview.
No, he was well oiled by then.
Oh, okay. All right.
I'm gonna be honest with you. We were, don't get me wrong, we have refined as we've gone for sure. We definitely weren't perfect on that first show out, but we had such a good time. I said this to Kev not too long
wasn't
ago.
perfect to you?
If
I'm not even being funny.
no, that's
I
what
thought it went as well as it could go.
100%. That
But the guest was great.
And we
The guests really brought such humor, levity,
Lot of
virality. We done
Virality.
put some money in Hailey Bieber's pocket.
First of all, hold
we
up.
done put some
No,
money in
hold
that
up,
baby
Hold
pocket.
up.
to the
When y'all was talking about the Erewhon, her shake,
Yeah.
her smoothie,
Uh-huh.
let me tell you,
It's good.
I really feel like I betray the ancestors every time I order that because that damn shake is half of a rent.
Yeah.
Right? It is, but it's so good and I can't stop myself.
So here's the thing, and I swear I'm not trying to be extra, but I do think that conversation shifted something because shortly after they took her name off
They did.
that
No.
smoothie.
They did.
It started doing so well. They said
Yeah.
we don't need her to sell it no more.
Yeah.
They erased that and said just had the ingredients.
Yeah, which is a problem in itself, and she better make sure she get her coin.
You know
Yeah,
she's still getting her money
They came back and put her name back on.
Yeah,
Later
now you go.
on.
The name is on there.
because she said, excuse me.
Where's your smoothie?
Whenever I order that, I had the receipt from my husband because I don't want him to see what it is.
No.
Because if he see that damn shake, it's $35.
ain't-
I know. I tried to
It ain't
send my
nothing
I'm
mama
gonna put
there.
out my own house. I'm
My
like,
mama
what?
came for Thanksgiving, and I tried to send her there to go get it, and she came back without it because she said she wouldn't spend $20 on a smoothie.
You got to experience it.
I said it was
You
for
want-
the
at least one time.
experience.
Yeah.
What
I
you
wanna say
did, you
something.
deserve it, and you deserve it. You know what I mean?
That's
I
what
want
I
to say something to you
deserve.
about Jimmy Fallon.
Uh-oh.
It's so interesting because you set out to take his job, and I think you might have changed his whole industry because that whole format, it's late night that don't feel late night.
Right.
But you still get people are always going to have a project to go promote. But by and large, less and less people are turning on this show at this time at 11:35. It's Jimmy Fallon, all those guys. We're watching more via their clips and TikToks. So if I can click your thing, I'm watching and like Cynthia Erivo going there for the Wicked press tour for her book. Like somebody was pitching me a late night show, and I was like, man, that's Scott's thing now.
What?
That's what I told him. I thought I was telling you. Maybe I was
You
telling
did.
Kayla.
No, you told us all. We
Yeah, I
heard
was
that.
like,
No, I didn't. I think I misunderstood.
that?
No, I
yeah.
misunderstood. When
Somebody
you said
was pitching me like, yo, we want to hire you for a late night show. I was
to
like,
do a late night show,
To do
I
one.
thought you were talking about you were going to be going on a late night
No,
show.
he was talking about
make
hosting.
a show.
Negro, if you don't go get them people's money, and we can do this together, I'll be Jimmy, you be Jimmy.
All right.
Oh,
They both is Jimmy.
Come on.
yes.
They both Jimmy.
They both-
You be Kev, I'll be Scott.
No,
And
I
then
don't want
Kalen got the
go.
daytime on
Yeah, I
lock.
got daytime.
There you go.
No.
See,
Man,
I-
y'all
you
done
got it.
came together.
hold on,
like
let's go.
both
After this,
sides.
let's
Y'all
call
in
them
here.
together.
You see the vision.
I do. I see the vision. Well, look, let me ask you guys this. You all are successes, beyond maybe what you even thought that you would be. Now that you're in this position, does success feel like you thought it would?
While Kalen is thinking, while Kalen is thinking about it,
Journalist.
while Kalen thinking about it, I'm gonna tell you what Kalen goes skiing every year.
Now, how we get there?
Now what?
Now, what the hell that got to do with what we
Success.
Success. Oh, you saying skiing is something that successful people do?
You can't do it if you unsuccessful. You think somebody unsuccessful trying to coordinate a ski lift rental for?
Points were made.
I
Points were made.
just saying.
Now, I will say, if you have gone on a ski trip or you go up in the mountain, them is the most bougie people I've ever seen in my life.
I'm just gonna say.
It truly is. But to your question, yes and no. For me, the life that I have or the life that I have built, I always knew that it was possible. I always saw it. I think maybe the different hurdles or the way that I've had to navigate or try to like always have to reinvent myself, or maybe the race, and I'm sure everybody can, agree with this. It's like, I don't know if I thought that maybe after I had done one thing, that would be enough. Right. And I wouldn't have to still prove myself. I think that's the hard part about it. I think sometimes I'm in the space of being like, well, what more do you want me to do? I done been on Broadway. I done done the movie. I done done the TV show. What more do you want from me? So I think maybe, but I think it changes because for me, it was never about fame or popularity. It was just that I love to entertain people. I just love to get up and do my job. Yeah. That's all that I care about. I don't care about all the other fluff. I don't need all the extra stuff. I am okay just knowing that I was able to add a little bit more joy or a little bit more light to one more person in their life.
I love that. I think for me, I love that you said I kind of always thought it was possible. I don't know if I thought it was possible, but I think I always envisioned just being able to do what I wanted to do for a living, and that would be success to me. I don't think I definitely didn't attach a monetary value to it. I just hated my jobs before, and I was like, if I could just not hate my job every day, I would be happy. That's a win. Yeah, I just was like, I hated to get up and go to work in the cold and dark and rain to a place I didn't want to be. Like, you got to drive an hour to a place you already don't want to be at. Like, so being able to do what I want to do for a living is great. And I never want to sound ungrateful, but I think I want to do more and create opportunities for more people. But I feel successful now because I get to enjoy more things. I don't think everything is not fun, right? Every part of it's not fun. But I don't think that's true for anybody. Right. I think if you're in the NBA, I want to be in the NBA or the NFL, like, I'm sure they love playing football or basketball, but they don't probably love talking to the media after a loss, having to answer a question they don't want to answer. Right. They don't love rehab or meetings or traveling. But actually playing basketball, they probably enjoy that. And some of them said they don't even love that. They just are good at it and they get paid. Right. I feel you.
Feel that.
Some people be in the NBA and be like, and they've said this, like, this is just my job. Yeah. But for me, I think that is success. Is I often think when I'm like in New York on a Tuesday for press or something, I'm like, I'm just in New York on a Tuesday. Mm-hmm. People is at work. Years ago, I would have been at work waiting for my lunch break to go sneak and make a video. Mm-hmm. And now my job is I get to go or do this. Like, this is Tuesday. Mm-hmm. Tuesday. This is a Tuesday. I would be at work getting ready to be like, hope traffic ain't bad. Yeah. Like, that would have been my life at Boeing. Like, I hope there's not an accident and my 45-minute drive don't become an hour and a half.
And what's nuts to think about that, to add to that, Kev, is that, like, there's also the idea or the understanding that even the Boeing job is a job that most people would consider that's a good job.
For sure.
You got a good job.
My parents was like, you quitting the plane?
Right.
Why would you quit the plane, people? You get discounts
to go
Southwest.
Shoot some videos on your phone? Hold on now.
They thought I got a job at Willy Wonka's chocolate factory. Like, what you mean you quitting the plane? And I also didn't get discounts to Southwest. Mom, I told you that. Them is two separate companies. They buy the plane. Southwest don't say who made this. Give them a discount.
She said, my son work here.
She's like, where my companion ticket?
She want to pass for today. This plane ain't even built yet. I'm looking at empty fuselage.
That's funny.
I can't help you.
That's funny.
But you're right. And that was also hard. Like, your family is telling you, why would you move to LA? It's so expensive. You got your house, you got your kids, you got your good job. It's safe. And you're like, but I want more out of my life. It's not safe for me.
Right.
Like, this isn't what I wanted
It's
to do.
actually unsafe.
I'm going to go crazy if I have to live here. And you feel crazy for not feeling grateful for something, but it isn't what I wanted out of my life.
Tabitha Brown came on the show and said something that people have like repeated to me and even in the comment section, that it sounds crazy until it ain't. Okay. And so like when you ask the question about does success feel like we thought it would or different in some sort of way, it felt and feels crazy until it doesn't. Right? Like to call back to the ski trips, they feel crazy until they don't. Yeah. Right? To be able to do what you want every day and make that your living for you and your family and your family's family sounds crazy until
Can I
it
interrupt
ain't.
you?
Yeah, absolutely.
Sitting with you, Jemele.
Oh, y'all.
I
tripping.
watched you on ESPN Daily. I remember seeing you at LA Live. I told you a million times, and I fanned out. And when I saw you today, I said, oh, it was homegirl Jemele. And then I went to the bathroom. I said, I approached Jemele like, that's my homegirl. And she was like, what up, Kev? We're like,
But wait,
that sounds crazy till it ain't.
And so when I saw her though, I said, may I approach?
And I was looking at him like,
I
I'm sorry.
Well, she done come on my podcast and talk about the Dirty D, so that we became friends instantly when we were watching the Dirty D together.
I said, may I approach? She said, boy.
Better get on over here.
But like it all feels crazy until it doesn't, and much of the success by whatever barometer or definition that is feels foreign to you until it becomes useful. Yeah. Right. And so I think that the idea now is that, and I think I see it for all of us in this room, is that what do you do with that success? How do you pay into that for more than just yourself? I think Jay-Z said it, right? Like if you're the only one in your group that's making money, you still broke.
Moving on here a little bit. Now, you guys have built such a strong online community, strong online fan base. Tell me about a time where you posted something. It could be something that there was a positive reaction or a negative reaction where the reaction was so much more outsized than you thought that it would be.
I mean, all the time. You know what I mean? Especially now that I'm in this space, sharing much more of my perspective. Like, you know, even entertainment journalism, you are not the story, and so you don't interject your perspective, your opinion, any of that. You just get the story. So you know, I am learning a lot about food and things, and like
guacamole comes from avocados, not
guacs.
Guacs.
So
wait, you thought it came from what?
I went to the grocery store.
Okay.
Looking, when I first moved to LA years and years and years and years ago, over 20 years ago now, and I went to the grocery store trying to be fancy, and I wanted to invite people over to my first LA apartment and make guacamole as one does in Southern California. And I went to the grocery store in the produce section looking for fresh guacs.
Is that how you asked for it?
I actually looked for quite some time.
Oh.
Didn't see them.
Okay.
And I tapped
You were looking
the lady
for the guacs
in the
section.
the guacs. So
yeah. So I asked the lady working the produce section, pardon, could you direct me to the area where the guacs can be found?
Wait. Hold on. Did you not look at a recipe first? Like you just went to the grocery store?
I knew my cousin made guacamole. I knew that guacs were in there, tomatoes were in there. The guacs were the green stuff.
Oh.
And the tomatoes and some onions. I was going to do onion powder instead of real onions. And I was going to do zhuzh up a little recipe. And so she looked at me. You know that face of like you heard very clearly what someone said, but it sounds so crazy. You got to hear him say it again. She said, "What?"
Did she give you the bless your heart?
No, she did grab her. She said, "What?"
Oh, she was like, "I."
And then I got a little indignant and was like,
"Oh, you mad at her?"
I was like, because I know you can hear me. I said, "The guacs. Can you show me where the guacs
said it loud
are?"
and strong, didn't you?
She grabbed me by the hand. She took me over to where these nice little pumpkin-looking things were. Pumpkin and like little apple things, like hairless kiwis. And she said, put this thing in my hand, and she said, "Son, this is an avocado, and this is what you make." She said, "Whatever you're gonna do with the guac, do it with this."
Oh. He was dead serious about that.
Oh, I was dead serious.
Oh, God.
And so when I got to my home and realized what I had done, also there was a linguistic study in the comment section that day because what in Spanish, aguacate, guacamole is sauce, guac is
So now you found the whole etymology.
Yeah,
etymology
what
of
I'm telling
guacamole.
you is that sometimes I get ahead of myself. See, but I be right.
Okay.
And so aguacate, guacamole, where are the guacs?
That's what he took from it.
Help him, Lord.
So
Help him.
that was,
Help him.
Father.
I got him.
Yes.
Shamba.
Well,
Okay.
Shoot.
great.
I don't know if you can type that.
Right. Yeah, I'm like, I don't know about that one, honey. Yeah. I think for me, I think very early on, I learned that I need to have discernment and understanding like the power of my voice, because people, if I said anything, they would take it and run with it, But I think as far as virality and stuff, what I always enjoy is when I go on somebody else's thing and it becomes a thing. Like I can be walking down the street and somebody be like, "Girls," because I was on.
That was a great video, though.
Great video.
It was a
Because
great
there's a creator, his
video.
name is Jihad. He has the Hopeless Romantics, and we had done this interview in the street, and he was talking about how he was kissing all these people up in the club. He was clearly gay, and then, so he brought up that he was kissing girls, and I was like, girls. I was like, you are confused. So, and then everybody found that to be hilarious. And so now everybody will mention that to me. So I enjoy those kind of things because I think that the fact that laughter can reach so many people from so many different places, I think that's what excites me about the power of what we do. And the fact that for us, and I think this also happens to us, is that we're so used to being in our own little silos, especially if you live in Los Angeles, and then to be able to go different places and see how it has brought a little bit of sunshine. Like people always talk about the original food videos, and I get people that come to me all the time. They'll say, while I was going through chemo, I watched your videos or something like that. And to me, that is how I am always able to remember to keep doing the work, because that's why it matters.
But the other side of it too is that I know that it can sometimes get exhaustive to always constantly be in this mode of having to produce something or having to, create something. And I think, Kalen, you recently said that you were going on like a social media sabbatical. So what prompted you to do that?
Well, a little bit of that, and this is where, because I love doing what I do. However, when you do work in social media, you are always chasing like a trend, and you always are having like comparing yourself to other people. And one thing that I realized is that, when I started, I was 21 when I started at the Ellen DeGeneres show, and I came straight from college. Like I finished school while I was doing Ellen at the same time. And so the fact is that I had created like a persona to kind of feed the beast, to keep it going. But then I was like, well, I just turned 30 years old. And I'm like, I need to.
Sorry. We just gotta wanna.
We were trying really.
We
we were
so hard over here.
Kalen, you are 46 years old. What do you mean?
Yeah, I was in college when I started.
How old are you right now?
I'm 30.
God,
Kalen, there's no
Okay.
way you're 30 years old.
I am.
Can we cut to commercial?
I'm
Right
30.
now, today, you're 30
I
years
turned
old?
30 last week.
You were 29 last week?
Yes.
You're 29.
Yes.
How?
Yes.
I want to write a letter.
That's just the way the cards played. Yeah, it was my senior year of college when Ellen discovered me and moved me to LA.
If you say it one more time.
I'm just saying, like, that's the truth.
You were born in 1996?
Correct.
Tupac.
Shakur.
Correct. 1996, baby.
I don't even want to tell y'all where I was in 1996.
Y'all are funny to me.
Because first of all, I'm the oldest person here. I'm pretty sure.
But no, that's different, Jemele.
Yeah,
Because you don't have a storied career. We have watched you. We are well aware. We've seen you rise and go to the top.
He done all this in 3 months.
3 months.
In 17
9
months.
years. 9 years.
In 17 months. This
Wow,
I'm
Kalen
ready to
Allen.
I'm ready to go.
I had no idea.
Yeah.
I'm talking about none.
I'm so excited for you.
Well, thank
The future's
you.
bright.
Well, thank you.
Wow.
I mean, he's the person you don't ask, what would you tell your younger self? Because you're still
He
young.
is his younger self.
You are the younger
That baby
self.
got
No.
he rode a tricycle over to this podcast studio.
You are
After he left Ellen.
You are
You mean
ridiculous.
when I did Ellen in college, when Ellen moved me to LA after college.
When I
you
did
know what
the-
I did after college? Starved. I starved. I had a child. How much peanut butter can we eat? Enough. This is all we got.
After college, I was eating barbecue chips and frying pork chops. That was my 2 food groups. Because I was broke, living in the
This
studio
man was
in Raleigh,
working
North
on the
Carolina.
Ellen show.
And then went
Jemele,
back to school and went to Broadway.
and did all that before he turned 30. Wow.
But that's a Capricorn in me. I like to work. You know, so even when you're saying like, you're talking about like, it can be exhausting. It never feels exhausting to me.
That's what I was
It
going to say.
never does.
People always get on me like, Kev, you need to take a break. You need to take a break. You don't understand how badly I wanted this. I'm like a fish swimming. Like, you never get tired of swimming. That is how they get, like, I get tired, but I never get tired of what I do. I just get tired because I'm a human being, get tired at the end of the day. A long shoot, you get tired. But, you know, there's certain aspects that are more draining. But I dreamt of this. It is still, like, I'm still here. Like, man, this is crazy.
Yeah.
I'm talking on the Image Award podcast. Like, this is still big to me. These are still amazing moments that I look forward to. And I hope to never lose that feeling of, like, enjoying what I do. And I think, honestly, because I worked a regular job for so much longer after college, Ellen didn't call. So I had to go to work at a daycare.
But
and a
let's be
bank,
clear,
and a
because on my first episode of Ellen, I worked 5 jobs. So I have had a regular job. I was a supervisor at the AMC theaters.
Come on.
Okay? Okay?
Were you for real?
I was. But the way that I aligned myself, even in college, was that I always knew that I wanted to be the boss. So I only applied for
The manager
the
role?
boss
Oh,
role.
Lord.
And I got it.
How'd you get the boss? So you got the boss job without working the
Correct.
front?
You ain't have to start with tear tickets and
You
nothing?
ain't
No, because
Did
Imagine-
they even tear tickets when he got out of college?
No.
That's right.
Or they're all
imagine,
Fandango.
no.
imagine
But you gotta
being
realize.
imagine being the second boss. Walking into the office at the theater,
And it's me.
and it's Kalen. Do I want to introduce you to everybody? This is your new boss.
Who's 20 years old.
Kalen got a book bag.
I ain't had no book bag. I had a briefcase. Let's be very clear.
He said,
That's
Let's
why
be
we
very
didn't know
clear.
he was 25.
That's
last week.
exactly
clear.
because he had a briefcase.
The
Baby
Kalen
had a
you see today is the Kalen that has always been here. I didn't need the money to prove that I was who I was.
Let's go, baby.
Okay, I knew who I was no matter what room that I entered into. You know what I mean?
I am the boss.
Yes, but to return back to your original question.
I love the pivot.
You
Go
know,
ahead. Make my job
The
easy.
sabbatical was done because I was in New York for work, and someone came up to me and they asked me how I was, and everything that I listed was work related. And then they said, well, how's your personal life? And I had no answer.
Yep.
And I said, oh my gosh, this thing has taken my entire life. And I said, I need to take some time off to go live. Because I was the reason why I've done so much in so little time is because I'm always working. Right. I'm always focused. I'm like, nope, I got to accomplish this. I got to do that. I got to do that. But it's a little bit of the thing that we talked about a little bit earlier. You know, as a queer, Black, feminine man in this industry, I am always having to prove myself. It's never enough. And I always have to, like, even the master's, I tell people all the time, I went and got my master's in journalism at NYU. I didn't do that because I needed the paper. I did it because every room, everybody underestimates me. And as long as I had the paper, I could be like, well, I did the work. So you can't say that I didn't earn my spot here. You know what I mean? So I think I got into a place of being like, oh, it's never going to be enough for you. Well,
Internally.
yeah. I was just like, you know what? I need to take a step back and take care of that child in there that needs to live too, and not just trying to escape or prove that he is worth being able to do this.
Mm-hmm.
That's so interesting because obviously to us here who have had success in our industry, you have had equal success at a much younger age. So to hear you say you felt like you needed to prove more, because to me it's like, man, Kalen is out here killing it. I thought you just did the journalism thing just because you were bored with how, like, I'm not even being funny. Like sometimes, yeah, like, man, I want to just do this to do this, but that reasoning makes more sense. To be like, I'm here and you can't tell me no, especially as Black people in this industry, you know, it feels like we are in a very much what have you done for me lately, no matter how big the thing was. Right. You know, I remember Ryan Coogler, I was just watching this today. He was on the set of the first Black Panther telling Chadwick, like, I hope they don't fire me. I hope they don't fire me. And he was like, yo, stop saying that. Like, you're here. But this industry is you're done. You're out. You're old. You missed it. You missed your moment. So I feel like we always feel like we got to.
Is that built-in sort of Black PTSD that we think it can all go away
Oh my God.
at any moment?
I think
absolutely.
I think so. I think it is. I think because we are Black, it is our PTSD. But I think that there are many creators, many entrepreneurs who fear life without, or what happens if, could this all go away, right? I think anyone who is birthing anything, I think parents with children, where every time they leave the house, it's like, what could happen when they leave this house? And whether it's the prevailing thought or something that's operating in the background, it's in communication with your spirit in some sort of way. Yeah. And I think that we train ourselves, we teach ourselves, we learn from our community and others, leaders, how to be in better communication with that, or better conversation with that. But I think that we're constantly, everyone is dealing with that in some way.
I know you said that you created Houseguest because you were just practicing to take over Jimmy Fallon's job, but was a part of you also thinking that given the volatility of this business, that you need to create something that is just yours,
correct,
that you own, that is for you?
Yeah, but I honestly, to be honest with you, I thought that Houseguest was a precursor. I did not know that Houseguest would become the right, and yeah, you know what I mean. And so it was definitely created out of what can we control? What can I produce? If all this other stuff goes away, I still got the house, because we paid that mug up to at least 6 months from now. Because who know? And hello, and listen, because baby, yeah, and can pull it right back out, because you never, because you did listen. It's an auto debit from the account, but I can take it out the account. You know what I'm saying? So. I say that to say,
Black folks love to move some money around. Boy.
Yeah, you got to.
I got to. If things go bad, I could go here, pull that out,
because you got
hold me over to the first.
Hello, because you got to have a plan.
To be able to move some stuff around.
Yeah, and the way cash is going, you need to have some Twix and some gold bars and some drink tokens too. Hell, I say all that to say, yeah.
Yeah, what?
Yeah. No, I mean, yeah, I'm in an overall deal, first look deal with NBC Universal. And so it comes with, fortunately for me, in an iteration of the deal, it came with some development fund. And so we were developing show ideas to sell, to market, to sell to networks, and got a sports doc sold, money to shoot, elements of it, and literally the head of the network, Susan Rovner, bought the show in an elevator on the way to introduce press to a
elevator pitch.
Quite literally.
Wow.
I've never heard of an actual elevator. I've heard the term, but it's never been an actual elevator.
Actually, when people talk about an elevator pitch, you need to be able to sell your show, sell your idea, communicate your idea in seconds. And in that conversation, she was like, "Oh, we need to do that." And I was like, "You don't have to. If you like it, you can just say you like it. You don't have to like gas me up. Like I don't like automatically qual." And the lesson for me, even in telling you this story right now, I'm picking up a lesson for me is we sell ourselves short while we're selling it.
Yeah.
Like we count ourselves out after we've already sold it. I hope they don't fire me. I hope they don't fire me. I hope they don't fire me.
You're talking about Houseguest. To me, that was I thought you saw the future. So when you asked me to do it, I was like, oh, this is genius. So when it did what I thought, I was like, man, he had it all along.
That's so funny.
But to me, watching it blow up, which felt like almost instantaneously, was like perfect. Like Scott got it, he nailed it. But for you, it was not the thing.
No, it was a effort toward the thing. Because like for you, I would imagine you talk about getting the master's in journalism. It's like, this is a part of showing you cannot deny me. Yeah. And so when I walk into this room and I say, he's out, here you go. you're not like, let's take a chance on this guy. Or, our DEI programs, we don't really, no, I'm not a DEI program. I am, this is what it is. And the confusion that somehow the DEI was unqualified folks getting opportunities is already the issue, right? And so I wanted to be able to, above any of the what would be considered a comp, I wanted to be able to say, I already did it.
Your proof of concept.
We did that. Does the audience care? Yeah, they're ready.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Well,
Exactly.
Like Kev said, it's like you went into it. Well, I'll say this: is like you were thinking you were going into it getting proof of concept, but to your point,
It
you
was
wound
the
up
concept.
Yeah.
changing the whole game.
It's the first season.
But I also wonder if that's because we come from like that traditional kind of way that Hollywood is supposed to be done. And so that's what we're always told is that, well, we need a proof of concept. You need to prove that there's an audience for this. So there's a way of doing things. And we don't always think of like just creating it ourselves. But another thing that I've been trying to do, and I hope that you realize this as well, is like a word for me this year is enough. Of being enough, because it's like you're talking about like you were practicing for Jimmy, but sweetheart, you had VP Kamala Harris on the show, and you booked that yourself. You
in
done
your backyard.
Yeah.
in your backyard. You ain't got nothing else to prove. You don't need Jimmy. You are Jimmy.
Damn, Jimmy.
You the
catching some
better
strays on
Jimmy
this
catching-
piece.
I know. poor
We ain't
Jimmy.
gonna say which Jimmy it is.
Oh, I'm sorry, Jimmy.
Could be Jimmy Early.
But
We don't know.
Jimmy probably ain't watching this anyway. But yes, you have already done it. You know what I mean? And I think what was inspiring for me watching and being asked to be on Houseguest, like even if you look at the Houseguest catalog, I'm probably the least famous person in that. But the fact that you called and asked me to do it meant the world to me, because it is a race of always feeling like you got to be more popular, or people only going to call the people that they think going to get the views, but not necessarily story, And it inspired me to be like, oh, you don't have to rely on a network. You don't have to rely on somebody giving you the yes. You can find people. I mean, I don't know what the team is like now, but when we was there, it was 4 people there. Yeah, it was like an assistant, a PA.
We got another camera, but yeah.
Yeah, and so I was like, but look at the quality of this.
No one would ever know watching.
Exactly.
Never.
It's the impact
But that's probably
that makes the difference.
what makes it good. But since you were talking about, hey, having this organic thing that that's just yours that winds up becoming something bigger. Kev, the one thing I think that anybody can say about you is that I've never seen somebody bet on themselves so hard.
Absolutely.
So hard.
Hard.
Like most
A
of
mogul.
us, right, are trying to acquire that skill because we all go through self-doubt.
Yeah.
But when I think about how you were able to put Churchy into existence, I mean, you self-finance this. It winds up, of course, now we can all see it on BET Plus. Just why don't you just speak to that process? Because that had to be scary as hell. You putting
my
your chips to
God.
the table,
Oh,
putting
not-
your own money in.
my own money. I'm gonna tell you what it felt like. It felt like I was betting my life savings, although it wasn't actually, but it felt like I was betting my life savings and like my family's well-being. And to be honest, there was no return for a long time. Like a lot of people don't know, Churchy was on my app, my streaming service, rest in peace, KevOnStage Studios.
Coming back.
You did good.
Coming back in a new way.
Ain't come back.
In a new way.
No.
Oh, okay.
We get rid of the studio.
The RIP then.
It's gone. But,
Well, then, there's a lesson in that.
there's a lesson. But I was like, I couldn't live with regret. I could live with not making, but I couldn't live with like not trying. So I saved a lot of brand deals, a lot of commercial money. Shout out to Spectrum Internet, man.
Hello.
Boy, I sat up on them people's things.
I've been waiting on my car. Like one day he gonna get to me. I'm gonna get in the Spectrum.
Can I tell you?
Extra as an extra. Can I just be waving in the background?
Right,
Like,
right. You the customer.
Can I tell you something? I ain't never said this out loud to nobody. I got Spectrum because of you.
Did you really?
I'm not even
Did
playing.
you get commissioned?
I got
You need an affiliate.
I got
You got an
AT&T
affiliate.
everything. But my internet is Spectrum because I said, let me break this off real
Clip this
quick and
out.
let me
Y'all
just see.
send it to me
Let me just
when
see.
contract renegotiation
Huh,
time
yeah,
comes
no, for
around.
real.
No,
Yeah, you know,
I'll show you the
I'm
bill.
dead ass, you need an affiliate link.
Absolutely.
And I'll cancel it right now and redo it.
Well.
But to answer you, I feel like So it's interesting because Kalen was like, he came in through traditional media, like from college here. I know I was joking, but you really did come through traditional things, and you as well, honestly. I think what I would say shaped me is I was in Washington, working at the bank and working at Boeing, and it was not viable for me to come to LA and audition or do really anything. So what was viable to me was the internet. Like, I saw people building their content on YouTube. I was watching Dormtainment and Spoken Reasons and Issa Rae and all these people. And it was like, okay, not only some people making it, like, Tim Chanarangsu's like, I'm a YouTuber now. So I'm like, okay, I can build to that, because honestly, to what you were saying and you saying, if you build your audience, funny enough, I did all the internet stuff just to build my audience enough to I could do plays. That was my original goal. I was trying to be like Tyler Perry and David E. Toward and Shakarius Johnson. And I was like, I need to get fans all over the United States, because it's not sustainable to do plays in Tacoma. There's not enough Black people to put a play up for 3 weeks, which is how long you got to do it to make some money, or 3,000 or 4,000 seats. And I couldn't do either in Seattle. And we didn't have enough money to even go to Portland, much less Oakland. So I was like, if I build an internet presence, I could, do that. And then kind of like Houseguest, the internet became the thing. Like, well, maybe I'm tripping. Like, it was supposed to be a means to an end. It might be the thing.
That might be the end.
But with Churchy, I was pitching it. I pitched that show everywhere, to every network. I got told no by everyone. And I'm talking about, I don't mind no, but it's really hard to hear, like, the no that I hated specifically is like, we don't know how this is going to do in Middle America, because we all know this is coded language for like, will white people like it? Yeah. Like, Black people, Detroit is Middle America. St. Louis is Middle America.
Literally.
Kansas City is Middle America. There's Black people everywhere. Yes. You're from Kansas City. I am. All up and through the middle part of America is Black people. So they're really saying, will this group of people like it? And if not, then we're not going to make it. So part of making Churchy was to prove there's enough people who like that. And even though it's very specific, like, Black church is very specific to Black people and then Black church people. But having that work and get picked up was like, I want to say told y'all.
Yeah.
Everybody knows what word goes there.
It starts with an N.
It starts with the N.
That's
how I
ACP.
felt. Yeah.
What is wrong with you?
Yeah.
Okay.
But I felt like that, and then I repeated that, and then it's become like, I kind of felt like, okay, if I think you have the formula versus I need to make myself big enough to be able to take it to this network. Like, I'm giving it directly to the people who want to have it. That's the goal.
When we started Houseguest and I'll say this, when we got Houseguest in the can ready to edit, we agreed that we had something special. Before we even put it out, we knew we had something special. The way that we felt when you left, I knew we had something special, to the point where I was sending Kev screenshots of, I want you to know this is what our color grade is going to look like. These are what your shots were. He was like, "Oh, I know you invested in this because you are like me. You want to show the proof of like we not just doing this for nothing." And we agreed that instead of chasing, we were at that point going to stop the idea of this is going to be something we're going to take back and repitch to networks, because we had done that and we were going to try to done the whole like the traditional route of you develop something, your pitch materials, you're going for a meeting. For people who don't know, you're going for a meeting and then they decide, maybe we can put this here. Oh, we're really excited about working with you, but maybe this isn't that whole deal, right? The worst kind of feedback. And so what we decided was we're gonna do we're gonna subscribe to the gravity strategy. We're gonna make what we're doing so undeniably relevant, relatable, hilarious, and heartwarming that people come to us wanting to figure out how they can fit, how they can add, what they can do, how they can partner, how they can further the work that we're doing. I have this thing that I'm saying to myself, literally, as you talk about a kind of a mantra, an idea of interrupting the doubt, the personal or the self-talk. People are tripping themselves trying to get to me to show me new ways of doing what it is I mean to accomplish. People are using their resource, their knowledge, their intellect, and their influence to further the dreams that we have created and the dreams of people who are connected to what we're creating.
Because when I went there, Scott was making burgers.
Yes.
The first time.
Now.
The last time, Red Bull. Hold on, we got to say Red Bull. I said, oh.
Right.
Oh, now we got to
Did
say
you do
Red
like a
Bull.
partnership with Article or something?
Our house.
Our house.
That's the furniture people, ain't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and in some ways, some of that was like a long shot. You send an email, and you're like, let's see what happens, and then sometimes you hear a response from them, and then literally as you're sending it, I'm saying, and I hope this is something that some people can subscribe to. As you're sending it out, I'm saying people are tripping themselves, tripping over themselves, trying to find new ways to get done what it is we mean to get done.
See, I thought this was about to be a rising tide lifts all boats
Oh
situation.
my God, boy, he can't get that thing right for.
Hold on, wait.
Okay, now you see, I just said
He
it.
said it, Scott.
She said
I
it.
said it.
said
That's
it
how it's
right.
supposed to go.
No. The rising tides, boats.
No.
Boy, them
Rise.
words just get in there, all mix match.
It all
In your
sounds
mind,
too
it doesn't
similar.
connect, right?
Similar?
It's
Similar is the word?
Nah,
Similar.
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 You had the
It's
masters.
3 degrees.
It's a rising tide
I left early.
lifts all boats.
That's it. I'm gonna write it down.
You know, right?
I'm
Get
putting
it a tattoo. Tattoo it so you can
You know
beat
what's
down
crazy?
real quick.
You know what's crazy? I got it.
No, you don't.
He got a way.
A water
Oh.
tattoo.
Put a boat on the top of there and put
And
a
then you
tide
will always
pointing up,
remember that's
so
how
you'll
the
know
phrase goes.
how that thing go.
I understand. I can't spell the word conscience to save my life. It's
Oh,
okay.
my God.
I have to say conscience.
So do I.
And I do.
Conscience, professor,
Oh, you can
professor been messing me up.
Spell it right now.
P-
No, don't do it. Don't do it. It's Black History
Spell
Month. It's Black History Month.
Spell it.
Is it 2 F's or 2 S's?
Oh,
Both.
help us, Lord.
Initiate,
Both of them.
definitely.
You can't spell definitely.
Is it 2 I's? I don't know.
He goes for show instead.
Wow.
For sure.
For show.
Effect versus effect. I just say impact.
It's all right.
Impact go for either one.
Fair.
Impact go
Fair.
for either one.
That's fair. That's fair.
Impact
That
works
is fair.
either way.
That's fair.
I don't got to be wrong or right.
You know, man, Scott.
I like that. Scott's gone.
Scott, we done lost Scott.
I like that.
My car keys.
That's good. That's good.
Impact work
Impact.
either way.
Impact.
Impact gonna go in there and be right either
And
way.
listen, their struggle, it got us all. Listen, it got a lot of people out there in the chokehold. It's okay. Let me ask you this. You know, there's a lot of people obviously that watch you and want to be you and want to emulate your success. Roland Martin once said to me, "You want to do what I do, but do you want to do what I did?"
Hey.
Right? And so, hopefully, I got that right. And it wasn't a rising tide situation. But anyway. But nevertheless, people watch you and they see your careers and they want to emulate your success. If you are someone watching you all right now and you are starting from zero, where you guys have all been, starting from scratch, what would be some pieces of advice or some things that they should know if they want to get into this game of entertainment, content creation, and building a digital empire?
Delusion.
Man.
Delusion. You have to be delusional.
Mm.
You have to dream the impossible. You cannot depend on other people to validate those dreams. You have to believe in the unthinkable and fully believe it in your heart, in your spirit. And you also have to realize this is a 24/7 job. There is no 9 to 5. There is no balance. You have to work your tail off. And you have to be willing. I always tell people, you have to be willing to give everything in order to get anything. And I think that's what people don't understand. People don't understand what that sacrifice looks like and what that compromise looks like and what that means to actually give everything that you have because you believe. Like I told somebody the other day, I said, I don't have dreams, I have missions.
Ooh.
You know what I mean?
That's
Like,
a bar.
Can't put them gloves on and went to work.
You hear me?
That's
Yeah,
a
boss,
bar.
y'all today.
Let me tell you.
Let me tell you,
You know?
something. 'Cause they go up here.
Oh, this is a bodysuit, sweetheart.
Oh, the gloves is in the clothes?
Yes. This is a whole thing.
Yeah, how you put the hands in?
It's a whole, well, I mean, I slipped it over my head and then put the hands in.
The hands go with the arm?
We're going to do a class after.
Yes.
How you got to go to the bathroom? You got to take the whole thing off?
No. You just lift it up.
Oh, it's a shirt. Okay.
It's a shirt.
Oh,
but yes.
Sorry,
yes.
I'm sorry, y'all.
That's the type
thought
of.
it was a.
Y'all are
a
funny.
cat
to
bodysuit.
me.
I
They
thought
do
it
make
could have been a
those.
romper.
They do make those, but it takes a different level of dedication. Like right now, I am actually creating my own consulting and coaching firm. Because of that, because I have watched so many people get into this business and people don't teach artists how to be entrepreneurs.
No. And
They
that's why the
teach them
business
how to
people get to
just be
take
an
advantage of the
artist.
artists.
Exactly. And I said, I am tired of watching people be taken advantage of and lose when they have so much talent. And talent is not enough in this business. It's not enough.
And it's interesting because you say, especially with the idea of the coaching and consulting firm, because you're a creator doesn't mean that you're an owner. And so you need to be able to own what it is you're creating.
Yes.
And so because you put it out, because especially on online, you put it out and now someone else who's a little bit more poppin' statistically takes that idea or that mood, that voice, that tone,
They'll develop
that
it
delivery,
with them in a minute
and
leave you out of it.
That's why my name is on every show, even when I was at Ellen.
Yeah.
When we were coming up with names for my digital show, I said, I want my name in it because then you can never replace me. O.M. Kalen, because that's my name. You can't put just anybody. It wouldn't be the same.
Yeah, for sure. I would say what works for me is being addicted to the work, not the results. I think a lot of times people just want the views, the whatever. When you're addicted to the work, you do the work every day, 2 or 3 times a day, and you're not like one video does great, you don't stop and relish in that, and one video flops, you don't stop. Right. My goal when I worked at Boeing, I said I'm gonna do 3 videos a week, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And then eventually I was like, that's not enough. I need to do one every single day. And I basically have done that for the last, 13 years, at least a video a day. And it's very helpful because I can have a video go crazy and be everywhere. And the next day I got to figure out something else to say. And today I could throw up 3 stinkers. All right, well, tomorrow I still got to do something. And I think that will keep you because this industry is going to beat you up, kick you down. You're also going to be the man. Everybody loves you. Then you cool off a little bit. And then people aren't calling as much. But if you're doing it every single day, the work regardless, then it'll keep you going. Because otherwise, it is Ben Affleck once said, he was like, I had 3 bad movies in a row. Now I'm not getting invited to no parties. Right. Now I had to switch to directing for a while just to get work. And if he's been in the industry for a long time and I think he had an Oscar for Good Will Hunting. This is after that. He couldn't get nothing. So
with J-Lo twice.
Yeah. Well,
now, why did you bring that up?
Because I'm just saying, like, he's done a lot. No, think about it.
He spun the block. Okay.
No, think about it.
Okay, next time you're on the carpet, she's going to bring this up.
No, she know it's all love. That's love. You with J-Lo 2 times, that's an accomplishment. Like
that's like double the Infinity Stone. Right?
You know what I'm saying? That's like you got 2 gloves.
You got 2 gloves.
That's a bodysuit.
With hands in it, right? With hands in it.
See how that's called a callback.
Bring it on back.
That's a callback.
I knew this would be fun. When I saw the call sheet, I said, "Oh, this is
far
great."
exceeded what I even thought would happen in my mind.
May I add?
Yes, go ahead, Scott.
Because I think it kind of plays into what they have said, but it's like I say it to my little sister all the time. You want the role without the responsibility,
man.
And so it's like you're very clear on what the role is and what happens for that person who has the role. You're super clear on the makeup and the look and all of that, but the responsibility to that you aren't as clear on.
Can I jump in and say this? People want to be a boss. They want to write the check and all that type of stuff. And I agree. People want to be like, oh, I'm the boss. You know what the boss was for me a lot of times? The weight of making sure these people have a salary. During the pandemic,
yeah.
I got to figure out how to make people are paid.
Kev, we have a whole nother episode on that.
Okay, I'm like, we could talk all day about people don't understand.
Yeah, I have a studio, a soundstage, and sometimes we have an event and the person who I hired to lock up can't figure out the alarm. So now I got to wake up out of my bed, drive 30 minutes at 12:30, and lock the door. There ain't no Instagram posts to be like, we locking doors, y'all.
Right. Yeah.
Midnight. Like, there ain't no fun in that.
Quinta Brunson.
The toilet's messed up. You got to pay for that. Yep. The audio engineer made a mistake on this show that you got to deliver. You're about to be over, and you got to come out of your pocket to make it right. Mm-hmm. That ain't private jet. I don't got private jet. I
Yeah.
just Delta first class. All I got. I'm
But
on there
that's
with
real
y'all.
good.
That's real good.
Delta 1?
Yeah, Delta 1.
Shoot.
I'm Delta 360. Don't look me in the
No,
eye.
I'm 362.
Oh.
I can look you in the eye.
Come on now.
I look you
Come
right
on
down
now.
there. And I just got my email.
Okay, all right.
I'm trying to be like y'all.
Y'all
Heck
got-
yeah, that's a goal though. That's
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah, we know,
2025.
we still
gotta be a mission.
2026.
We still working
By
on
that's
it.
okay.
2026.
Gotta be a mission.
A rising tide. Lift all boats.
Hey, hello, we can go with you. That was that me.
No, it's just for
Oh,
me, really.
dang.
Yeah,
It's a personal thing.
It is.
But I mean, it's interesting, right? Because you're talking about like no one sees that part, you know what I mean? And the thirst for delivering or the thirst for being the star is what supersedes most. I was having this conversation with Quinta Brunson. I was inviting her to be on Houseguest, and she was like, "Oh my God, I love what you're doing." We had just had Janelle James on, who will be our next episode, and she was saying, "I have to be." So I don't want you to take what I'm going to say as or the potential of the delay as a disinterest, but I have to be so protective of what we're creating at Abbott, because one interview where someone takes it wrong in one way, it's spun in some strange commentary about some other group of people or whatever. People are mad about it. Could potentially jeopardize what it is we are working day in and day out to create for so many people.
That's probably social media.
Yeah, and so she was like, "I love you and respect what you're creating. I don't know that I'm in the place right now where I can wrap my mind around releasing the control." You know what I mean?
Because you got a way about letting people say stuff they didn't plan on saying.
Well,
when you go on Houseguest, you forget the cameras are there.
I'm sure.
And then he gets you to drinking.
I was like,
and now you lose.
Then he gets you to drink.
Lose ships, sink ships. That's another boat
That's
thing.
another.
We get you with the boat stuff. There's a lot of boat stuff.
It is. It is a lot of boat
You think
idioms.
that's inherent to us?
I think
'cause
you
of the
don't
boat?
know.
That's
Do you
just-
think that's like no? Do you think that's like is it? Is
Like
it
I said,
Everybody
sexual?
knows these. These are
it my
like
spirit?
everybody knows these. These are the
I'm-
most basic
But I got
colloquialisms.
I'm the only one in blue. I'm nautical. I like
I'm nautical.
the ocean. I can't get this right. I'm gonna write it
we
down.
gonna get you there
I
one
do.
day,
You know
Scott.
what I'm saying here?
All right, before we have to end this amazing conversation,
We ain't got to end it. We good.
We listen.
I'm just playing.
See, I can tell you in charge of your own show. You're like, why we good?
Okay.
Like, okay, we got bills to pay around here.
I said cut the commercial.
We,
Get Jemele on Houseguest, man.
So we working on it.
Yeah,
Would love
Jemele a good guest.
first of all,
First
the
of all.
answer is always yes.
Word.
Okay, you
Done.
said
See
food.
it.
Done.
Listen, I will show up and be an extra just so I can get a lamb chop. Because, like, I'm a good lamb
Jemele
chop.
really do be pulling up on the strip.
I will pull up.
She will pull up.
Oof,
Bet.
you
Done.
Listen.
Absolutely.
Okay, we'll talk after the show. But
Yep.
before I let you guys go, naturally, we have to play a game with you all. You're
yes.
such amazing personalities. And you all know, having your own shows, that this is where the controversy happens when you start playing the game.
Absolutely.
Asking people to make tough choices.
Yes.
So the game is simply called this or that. I'm going to give
Okay.
you 2 choices. Pick one. Ain't no third. I ain't no negotiating. Don't be like, well, I need context. And what about... Nah. 2 choices. A or B. Okay?
Looking at you, Kev.
Right. Because I feel like, what are y'all
When you
looking
said
like?
that, I was
What
like,
about?
dang,
No,
that's
ain't no
for
what about.
sure gonna say what about.
It's
Kev
definitely
love, but
Kev.
if we-
Right.
I love
It's
a
definitely you.
clarification.
All right. Read receipts on or off.
Off.
Easy.
I wish I could turn. I will never want you to know I seen that.
You know what I'm saying?
Leave me alone on email, on phone, on Instagram, DM.
Yeah.
I wish I could turn yours off.
That's
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
just saying. I wish.
Listen.
Yeah.
Is it wrong?
oh no.
And then 2 months later, I'm gonna say, "Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry, I missed it."
Yes,
miss this.
1000%.
Right. I don't need you to know.
But I will
my
say
every
that the
move.
new iPhone, this messed me up real bad this year.
Why?
Because the new iPhone, first of all, Apple, it's messed up what they doing.
What
What
Because I
they
feel like
they
they're
doing?
targeting us.
They
They split up the inbox for the text. I had a whole group of people I didn't know. It had created a whole separate group
Are you talking about on Instagram or your actual text?
on extra on the phone.
On the phone.
What you mean?
Like in your favorites.
I ain't got no.
no, like
separate
on
thing.
our iMessage.
Really?
It split up the box. So people were texting me and I didn't see it for weeks.
Okay.
Texting. And I went to say, Happy New Year. And I done missed 7. What is your address?
Well, shoot, now
I'm on the way.
I'm outside.
Did you-
I'm getting arrested because of you.
Wait, where did the text go?
It went to a separate inbox to a point where I had to send people flowers and
I
be
don't
like,
know
I
what
am
you're talking
I
so.
guess so. I'm paranoid now.
I ain't
I'm
never
like,
seen
I got
another
to check.
inbox.
I got
You
the
better, I'm
newest
gonna show it to you
phone.
on your phone.
Okay.
I'm gonna
All
see
right,
it. They
this
took
to
our
me.
phones,
Ooh,
but
I-
afterwards we can look at
Yeah,
it.
show me this.
I'm
I'm gonna solve it.
hurt my feelings. Had to take it to the Genius Bar.
Onion powder or garlic powder?
Both.
Okay, see, now that is
Onion
See,
powder.
no.
now that
powder.
is
Onion
crazy,
powder.
Jamel.
Wait, onion powder stay or onion powder go?
Which one is better? Onion powder or garlic
Onion
powder?
I
powder
say
and
onion
garlic powder
powder.
go together. That's
know.
PB
Yeah,
and
they
J.
do.
I'm gonna say garlic powder because you can always throw a little bit of onions in there. Garlic, you got to do a lot more stuff.
Huh? You can throw garlic in there too.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you can, because you're a chef. I'm talking about me, like I'm not
You rather just use the powder.
for onions.
Yeah, that's why you didn't want that when you went to get the guacs. You said you was gonna put in the garlic powder and the onion powder because you didn't need the
I
onions.
knew he didn't let it go. I knew when he heard it, he said he gonna bring it back.
Yeah, because you saw his eye. He looked at the
Yeah,
way
he looked. He
went
put that
down
in his
over the
back pocket.
He went
He had
down
that
over
one in
the
the chamber.
the
Like,
frame of the
I'm
glass. It's
waiting.
like I know this.
Yeah,
one.
that's it. That's the correlation.
I'm gonna go onion powder.
You gonna go onion powder?
I'm keeping that.
Okay.
Onion powder.
Better sequel, Sister Act 2 or Bad Boys 2?
Sister Act.
Sister
Sister Act 2.
Oh.
Not even close. I don't care what you say. Tony Baker.
joyful, Lord.
Yes.
Yeah, that's the one with Lauryn Hill, right?
What'd you say?
That's the one with Lauryn Hill, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
the
She
one.
wasn't in Bad Boys too, right?
No.
she
Okay,
wasn't.
there you
I
go.
think Gabrielle Union was in Bad Boys too, though.
She was.
But
Exactly.
That opening scene with Gabrielle Union was amazing. But she didn't do this.
But she went like, come
They
to
didn't
join
tell
the
Gabrielle
chorus,
Union
a
to take
mighty,
her
mighty
robes off.
chorus.
They didn't tell yeah, they ain't had no competition.
Right, right?
Shirley
No
Robinson
singing
got
with
that
his
going.
eyes on the sparrow, right? None of that. Okay.
Yes.
Staying on the topic of movies, Life or Harlem Nights?
Why
Nice.
would you do this?
I give it a Harlem Night.
Life.
Want to punish you, clearly.
That's
My
tough.
pinky toe. I don't know.
Man, that's tough, but I'm gonna go
Can't
life.
answer. You just was like,
How much
Automatically.
Life. That's the part I say.
that's, I say
Eddie
that,
Murphy be
I
like,
say that
I don't
so
know
many
why
times.
you say that, man. They ain't got no recipe for that, man. Martin be like, how much?
How
You
much?
can read so good. Why you ain't read that sign? So about 3 miles down the road, 3
about
miles.
3 miles. Okay, about 3 miles.
Love.
22 minutes, 3:30. Okay.
I don't know how, but Life remains a little underrated to me. In his movie collection of
I
Eddie Murphy
agree.
movies, it should be probably mentioned more.
It is perfect.
Yes, though maybe my second.
I didn't know that was Rick James.
Oh, you
for a
didn't?
long
Oh, that was
time.
the gangster.
You
Yeah.
didn't realize
I've
it was
never
Rick
seen
James.
Life.
Because he born in 1996.
Yeah.
You was probably, what,
Wait, I
5 when it
didn't- 'cause
came
he was
out?
getting a master's
Michelle
degree.
Williams also has never seen Life. I think she just
I love how he
talked
threw
about
somebody
this.
else in it. He was like, I ain't the only
I
one.
wanted it to be
Michelle
clear.
Williams. Michelle Williams.
I know
read
she
her
just
book
caught a
right
straight.
now.
Yeah.
Like,
I'm
why
sorry,
am I in it?
Tanisha.
You talking about the white Michelle Williams or the black Michelle
Oh, I'm
Williams?
talking about Destiny's Child Michelle.
She's seen it by now.
Yeah, she's seen it now. She saw it for the first time, I think, over Thanksgiving.
And so where was you at?
I said, I'm going to put it on my list. I'm going to watch it. I'm
Well,
going to watch it tonight.
it need to be on
I'll
at
watch
the
it
top.
tonight.
Watch it tonight, Kaylee.
Tonight.
And I'm going to text you tomorrow.
Same.
That's right.
And you better
Hold
tell
him
us 2
accountable.
lines from the movie that you never
Right.
forget.
I got you.
Homework.
I got you. But I have seen Harlem Nights. I have seen Harlem
Yeah.
Nights.
Okay, that's why you quickly answered
Quick.
Harlem Nights. He was
Yeah.
like, Harlem
Yeah.
Nights.
He
I was like,
wanted to
Yeah, I didn't feel like I should admit that here.
You should have, not on the
But I
NAACP.
went ahead. I'm in my honest era.
okay.
For you, it's just the AACP until you see life.
Correct.
Until you see life, you don't
He
say that
can't,
in.
he can't have the end.
You can't have it in.
No
You
end.
just the
No end.
AACP.
The AACP.
Got it.
All
Okay.
right.
No way.
Noted.
No, the N is for national.
Yes.
Okay, you can keep that.
National
You
Association
take the
for the
CP out.
Advancement of
You can't
Colored
do the
People.
color people part.
Fun fact, I used to be the president of my NAACP Youth Council.
I bet you did.
I went to the convention every year.
What was you when you was 14 then? Like,
I
what?
was 12.
He
I
was 12.
I was 12 when I was the
Kaylee
president.
wasn't messing around with
I
life.
was not playing
Not
with
at all.
some child.
You was a president of what at 12?
of the they told me I have to say NAACP.
It's NAACP.
Yes, I was president of the NAACP Youth Council in Johnson County in Kansas City.
Wow.
Kaylee,
At
boy,
12
you ain't
years
messed
old,
around your whole
I
life.
did AXO, which a lot of people don't know about AXO.
He had a
Get into
briefcase.
it.
I
Them
heard
are some
about
of
He had a
them are some of the
briefcase.
most talented kids I have ever met in my life.
Okay. Overachieving. All right. And finally, because
But
I
still
want
ain't
to
seen Life.
choose ultimate, because I want to choose ultimate violence.
Okay.
Sugar on grits.
Sugar on grits, and you can't whoop me. Sugar on grits, and you can't whoop me.
I got a belt though.
You right.
Sugar on grits.
You right.
Sugar on grits. Less is shrimp and grits.
You see how you got to keep saying it?
I do.
Because who you trying to convince?
Yeah, himself.
I just want people to accept me as I am.
Well, we wanna bring you up. We want to bring you out. We want to bring you out of that bondage.
Why do I? What you about to say?
I don't like grits.
Oh
Hey,
God!
Cut it off, man.
I don't like grits.
Get out of all the grits tonight and watch life.
And love it.
And you
And
like
love
both
it.
of them things. And you have the time of your life. Grits for dinner for you tonight.
Yeah, I never.
Is it a
was-
texture thing?
Yes, the texture.
People who don't like it's always
It's
the
the
texture.
texture.
Yeah.
See, I like it with cheese, and I like salt and pepper.
Because that you are,
You like savory.
you understand
What a grit is.
that communism is bad. This
Yeah.
one I don't know.
Well, because what I'm saying is, if you want sugar in the grits, why don't you get cream of
Cream
wheat?
of wheat.
That's what I'm saying.
That's what cream and wheat. That's
'Cause-
what they always say.
'cause
Because I
that's-
don't like cream of wheat.
You know what?
It's
But you,
texture, actually.
turns out you do like you love
You
cream
do.
of
I
wheat.
actually hate cream of wheat.
You
but
must,
it's
'cause
not
you put
cream of
sugar in
wheat's
your
fault,
grits.
though.
But you
Okay.
make cream of wheat always in the microwave.
No, my aunt had an adult daycare and she fed old people cream of wheat and their mouths was open and the cream of wheat.
Oh,
was
it's a
inside.
it's a
Ew.
core it's a core
Cream of
memory
wheat
thing.
Got a dark
It's a
past with me.
Okay, I get
And
it.
people was like, I was like, they don't want that. Auntie, they don't like it. It's not going in.
You know what? And see, Kev,
It's
just
not going in their mouth because they don't stop giving it to them. Give them some.
Well, they
something else.
they couldn't eat the buffalo
That's
wing
what I'm
tips.
saying, try something else. It's not going in. It's not going in. They don't want it.
this is unhinged.
God.
This is
They are never gonna let us be in a room together
they-
ever
No.
again.
I like a little oatmeal.
I like oatmeal.
Okay. I want to thank you guys so much for joining me here on Image
arrested when we leave
Unscripted.
here.
So I feel like it should be called Image Unhinged
Yes, for sure.
at this point because how
It's all the same.
it is. You guys are wonderful. Much success. You know, I don't even want to think about what you might be doing at 40. Good Lord. I
Man.
mean,
You better buckle up, baby.
you know
Man.
what? But
You hiring?
that's what I'm
Always.
saying. Like, let me make sure I slide you my resume before.
Now a
At-
resume is a thing that people used to
Oh,
put
I
together.
have a
right.
resume.
Okay. I didn't know if it's all
told
electronic.
you I
now.
You
have
didn't
a lot of
go.
other
Did you
jobs.
walk around and ask, "Are y'all hiring?"
Did you
No.
walk around?
It was
Did
always
you ever-
online.
Did you ever? Do you know what MapQuest is?
Yes, I use MapQuest. And I had Career Builder, Monster.com.
Oh,
Okay.
Lord.
But did you carry
At
your
12.
resume in?
But I never had to do that.
Because of who you were.
Well, no, because I immediately went from college to Ellen. So, like, I never was.
Did
like,
you guys
know,
forget
All
that?
right.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
Did you
Well,
know where your car keys are?
I think this is officially that is called putting a bow on it.
Wow.
Gentlemen.
Wrap it up.
Thank you so much, Kev, Scott, Kalen. Thank you guys
you.
for joining me and much success with everything that you're doing. Thank you for watching this episode of Image Unscripted presented by the NAACP. Huge thanks to Kevin Fredericks, Kalen Allen, and Scott Evans for pulling up and making me laugh, but also keeping it real with me. If you enjoyed this conversation, share it with a friend, subscribe and watch on YouTube, and if you're listening, set your alerts on your podcast platform so you don't miss the next episode. Until next time, keep it black, keep it brilliant, keep it unscripted.